Yo, that was awesome! Imagine going negative.
Bro, you went 9 and 60.
Better than you.
Wow, this game would be so much fun with that.
Dude, this game would be so sick. You could get sucked off on playing this game.
You guys sound like Beavis and Butthead.
Thanks, I guess. Yo, dude. Yo,
Oh my God,
yo,
You son of a bitch.
yo, I had so much
good at the
fun
game,
that
bro.
game, bro.
That was a
Yo, you
funnest
think I'm
game,
kidding,
bro.
bro. This is the most fun I ever had. This is better than Black Ops 2.
Oh my God, bro. Oh wow, this
Fucking
game
my
is so good at the game,
calculation.
bro.
Yo, this game is sick, bro.
Yo, it's so good at the game. Yo, look at this guy here, .03.
Yo,
I can't do it because I keep dying, bro. Oh my God, yo, I just quickscoped this guy with a knife. Imagine quickscoping somebody with a knife, bro.
I just assassinated 5 guys in a row on shipment.
Dewan is back. What is going on, my fellow gaming warriors? It's been like, what, 2-3 weeks now? I hope you enjoyed the little intro there. I told you I'd be switching it up a little. That's only the beginning, okay? These types of commentaries are not gonna be the norm very long, okay? I mean, it could last a good while, about a month more, a month longer, but I also am gonna mix in some live cut commentaries like FaZe Jab does his, because that's the way I always originally thought the channel would be run for Call of Duty. But yeah, because look, I'm gonna get into why I'm doing all this, but the reason I put thank you there right before we transitioned into the commentary here is because just thank you for, again, I've been gone for about 2 or 3 weeks now, I think. About 3 weeks it'll be by the time this is uploaded. I just want to ask you, remember when Call of Duty was fun? I hope that intro there brought the good memories back to you for Call of Duty, because I'm getting really sick and tired of just like complaining about the same things over and over again. I guess that's kind of a sneak peek into what I'm about to be talking about. But yeah, I might be calling some people out, might not. You know what? I'm gonna be calling people out in our own genre of the Call of Duty truth tellers or the Call of Duty commentators. Some guys you definitely know about that I have mentioned, I made videos on, I have talked about, I've mentioned, and yeah, but before that, again, I just want to talk about how fun Call of Duty used to be. There used to be soul. There used to be soul to the, not only the game, obviously, but, you know, just the videos, too. It's like exactly what these guys are accusing Infinity Ward of doing, putting out a soulless Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2, you know, with like no soul, no effort, no care. That's exactly what this type of content is, you know, for a lot of guys. Now there are what's the word? There are exceptions to this. You know, there are a few guys who I still have respect for, and I'll name you. I'll just name drop them right now. Me, obviously, because I am D1. Obviously, you got Gilmore. He's new on the scene. Of all the new Call of Duty content creators and commentators, Gilmore is probably #1 for me. Of all the new guys, I got a lot of respect for him, Gilly. This game! Every time he says that, it gets me freaking pumped. Every time I listen to it in the truck, he gets me pumped up every time when he says that. This game! But, I don't know. I just love the dude. I love his content. I love what he says. And, yeah, I respect the dude. You know he's not a sellout. You can tell from what he says. And 8 Thoughts is another one. He still makes content. I still enjoy this type of stuff he puts out, even when it's not Call of Duty. I actually enjoy his stuff when it's not Call of Duty. When it is Call of Duty, it's the same old, you know, same old BS with the, you know, Call of Duty is dead. Call of Duty is, like, literally every video now is Call of Duty is dead. Yeah, how many times are you gonna beat the dead horse? That's what I'm talking about. The type of content, that type of content is soulless, because you're making the same video over and over again in hopes that it'll trump your last video in views. Like, I'm gonna reveal to you guys what this is like from a creator's perspective, okay? Yeah, like, okay, I've been in this, I've been caught in this, or I've thought of doing this, you know? Because once you hit the gold mine, or you get, you know, one video that hits the algorithm, you're like, ooh, we gotta do this again and again and again. But these guys have been doing it. They can do it for months on end, and like they expect to see growth, you know, because there's like more and more of these types of channels coming out, just like out of the woodworks, and they make the same videos over and over again. It's just monotone commentaries, put you to sleep. Yeah, guys, Call of Duty sucks. Modern Warfare 2 sucks. Infinity War is the worst dev team. Maybe not as bad as such. Like, it's just the same thing over and over again. It's just freaking, like, it blows my mind. I got all the respect in the world for Blame Truth. Obviously, he's my favorite content creator when it comes to this. He's also another guy I respect, obviously. But, my gosh. I've heard him say, like, he hopes to get 1 million subscribers, and, like, no disrespect, I am rooting for you on that, obviously. Why would I freaking put him down? You know, why would I put him down? He's, like, probably the #1 inspiration when it comes to this channel, but I'm going to be moving on from this content, kinda. Not completely. You'll see, it's going to be for the better, because I'm going to overtake all these guys in Call of Duty. I'm going to take over the Call of Duty scene. But, you'll see that down the line. But in terms of Blame Truth, like 1 million subscribers, this dude has been sitting at like what, 419,000 or 420,000 for like the past how many months now? Ever since like the peak of Call of Duty content is normally November, December, and January kind of starts to fade off, right? So Blame Truth the Godfather had the best month of his most profitable month, best month, most successful month of his YouTube career, covering Modern Warfare 2 in December, right? Or even November too, just that whole time frame. But even then, how many subscribers did he gain? Like, this dude is getting like 100,000 views or so, basically every other video. How many subscribers did he really gain from that? Let's be real. The dude has been at 400,000, 300,000 subscribers for like, it's taken him damn near 2 decades to get there. Which, I mean, not many people can say they've got there in the first place. So, you know, that's obviously, I'm not saying like who am I to say that? You know, I got 1,000, but like I'm monitoring all these big channels, like even NerosCinema, another one. He has even more subs than Blame Truth. He has over 600,000, and he gets like not even 10%. Like, I don't know how to word it, but like 10% of his views that are his subscribers. If you get what I'm saying, 10% of 600,000, basically 60,000, right? I'm saying that right. I'm saying that right. I don't know. I don't freaking know math, but I'm running with it. So 60,000 views is 10% of 600,000, right? Yeah, drop to 0. So he doesn't even get that. Like 90% of the time, it seems like he doesn't even get 10% of his subscribers for his views, for his view count. And I've also seen this channel, Espresso. You probably know who he is. I get recommended his stuff sometimes. He's just like the Call of Duty news update dude. You know, he has 500,000 subs, but like again, I look at his stuff, and sometimes he doesn't even get 20,000 views. So this thing, if you're really trying to be like ultra successful off of this type of genre, it's just not gonna work. The reason it works for these guys, for like Blame Truth and NerosCinema, is because they've already built this fan base up literally over like a decade or more. Like, if it took look at it this way, if it took Blame Truth this long to get 400,000 subscribers, and I mean, what do you again, I'm not trying to put anyone down, but like, let's just be realistic here. How long do you think it's gonna take him to get another 400,000, right? With the type of content that he makes, it's just not very. The word would probably be innovative. Like, he's tried to mix in some skits and all that, which is, you know, cool. Like, but his type of sense of humor is also directed more towards old people. Like, you have to have that old soul or old, you know, older guy type of humor, which I do get it. Like, I do enjoy it, but that's we're not the minority, we're not the majority. And let's just be honest, things are speeding up. Attention spans are getting shorter. So commentaries are not the future by any means. So you have to change it up. Like, in my position, those guys are all set. Blame Truth and NerosCinema, like they won't ever like be millionaires or anything by sticking with that. But, you know, they won't be like massively rich or successful or anything. But they're gonna be fine with where they are, you know what I mean? But they're gonna stay where they are because they're not innovating. It's kind of hypocrisy because they're doing exactly what they're accusing Infinity Ward for doing with Modern Warfare 2. they're not innovating. They're not recreating. Like, again, Nero, I feel like he's fine with where he is, but Blame Truth expects, you know, higher results in terms of, he said it himself, he wants to get to 1 million subscribers. He's not even halfway there yet. But, I mean, and it's not trending upwards. Call of Duty is, I mean, they're the ones who say it. How do you expect to get that high up in status, you know, in subscribers, if you're saying yourself that Call of Duty is dying? It doesn't even make sense. That's hypocrisy. And I think deep down he knows that, which is why he's been trying out these skits, because he even said it himself, there's nothing to talk about with Call of Duty. Well, if you keep saying the game is dying, which it is, and there is going to be nothing to talk about. So your views, as a result, will be down. And less and less people will be tuning in to your videos who are not loyal, who do not really care about Call of Duty that much, who are more casual, who kind of stop by after a while. Like, your views are going to be trending down. But this kind of goes into where I wanted to take this in the first place. And how many times are you going to say, Call of Duty is dying, Call of Duty, every single video, and you still buy the next Call of Duty? Here's what they say. And I've even heard Blame Truth say this. So, you know what? I'm calling him out. I'm calling NerosCinema out. I'm calling all these smaller Call of Duty commentary channels out. You all say, don't buy the next Call of Duty, guys. It's going to suck. Call of Duty's dead. Don't buy it. But I'm going to buy it because I need to cover it for you guys. What do you mean you need to cover it for you guys? You know damn well you don't need to cover this piece of garbage. You do not need to cover this. You know, Modern Warfare 2. You're telling me you needed to cover Modern Warfare 2? Are you kidding me? Did you think there was going to be content? Like, did you think there was going to be actual things to talk about? Did you think that Infinity Ward was going to make the right moves? What did you expect? You've been in this game longer than I have. You know, a lot of these guys, I'm not just saying Blame Truth, NerosCinema. I'm talking anyone, even Thunder. Thunder, he freaking plays Call of Duty 24/7. He's a hypocrite. How do you hate Call of Duty that much? You know what I mean? How do you play that much and tell people not to buy it, and then you go out and buy it because you're trying to cover the game, quote unquote? You have to cover it for all of us. No, you don't. We already know. We already know it's gonna suck. I know I usually call out the shows, but look at, I know I'm gonna be probably talking about this some other time, but Modern Warzone is already backtracking, saying, "Oh, I'm gonna be nicer. I'm gonna be more positive now. I'm bad that now." Well, he's just saying that because Activision 100% hit him up, or he's scared that he's gonna lose his partnership with Activision as a shill. He loves to be a shill because he gets flown out to these events and he gets, you know, paid for hotel rooms and all that, you know, all that, and, you know. But in as a transaction, he needs to promote the next Call of Duty. But here's the problem: no one's gonna buy into it. If you buy into this Call of Duty, I'm just gonna say straight up, you're an idiot. You are an idiot, and you are a hypocrite if you buy the next Call of Duty. If you're the ones who are saying, I'm not buying next Call of Duty, you shouldn't buy next Call of Duty. If you're one of these guys who are making videos like, Call of Duty is dead, Call of Duty is dead, don't buy next Call of Duty, Call of Duty sucks, I don't want to play this anymore. But you continue to play the game and complain about it and tell everyone else not to buy it, but then you go ahead and buy it because you have to cover it, quote unquote. That's all BS. Don't buy into those lies, people. Nobody needs to cover this game. They don't. They're just desperate to play Call of Duty. They're closet Call of Duty CODsuckers. They are. They are all CODsuckers. I'm just going to say it straight up. I'm going to tell it how it is. I'm telling it how it is. If you say that, you make all these videos, Call of Duty's dead, you say the same things every single video, you're like a freaking bot. You're basically a bot. And you're hoping to get to like this level on YouTube where you get hundreds of thousands of subscribers. But it's not going to happen because these guys who are already in the game, like Blame Truth and NerosCinema, they already built up, they established their following while commentaries were popular. It's only going to take you so far. You know, like this dude, what's his name? Oh, man. There's this one dude who has been, Jay Bowen, is that his name? Jay Bowen the man. I've been getting recommended his stuff since last fall in 2022. And he's been sitting around like 35K to 40K. And I just checked his channel back again because I keep getting recommended his stuff. I'm saying, you know what? Let's see how he's doing. Let's see how his channel's doing. And basically, I could pull the same amount of views that he has. And like his stuff, like a lot of these guys, they're not very interesting when they talk. They're just like, oh, yeah, or they just sound like just straight up betas. Like, they just, you know, nerd dorks. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm just saying, you just either sound straight up like a dork or you sound straight up just boring. Like, you make me want to fall asleep. Kind of like Modern Warfare 2. The same thing you're accusing of Infinity Ward of doing with Modern Warfare 2, not being innovative, making the game boring. Well, you're making your videos boring, and you're not innovating your channel. You're staying the same, and you're expecting to get, like, some crazy results. Like, you're gonna blow up. It's not gonna happen. I'm just so tired of seeing it, and I just wanted to get this off my chest because I am going to be switching it up a bit and making things a lot more interesting, a lot more lively, a lot more fun, a lot more positive, because negativity is just, we don't need any more of it. It's just freaking draining. It really is draining. Like, it was fun. It was fun to dog on Modern Warfare 2, but it got to a point. I could have dragged this on and kept doing what they were doing and did it even better because I'm a lot more entertaining and enthusiastic and just more, you know, my commentaries are just more interesting, and I'm not being arrogant when I say that. It's true. You watch back my videos and their videos and compare it, even though they have thousands of more subscribers than me, and you're like, how is this dude only at 1,000 and they're at like 10 or 30 or whatever it is, you know? So I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm telling it how it is. I'm being a truth teller. I am the real Call of Duty truth teller here. I'm telling it how it is. Even Blame Truth, you know, lies out of his ass sometimes. Let's just be real. But I'd say Gilmore, 8 Dots, they keep it. I would say they keep it real 100% of the time. That's just me. What I feel ever since, I don't know, ever since Blame Truth has had this massive month, profitable month, awesome. Like, I was rooting for him. I was so happy for him. Like, it felt really good after, you know, him coming out with what he came out with in that video, and I was like, wow, this is really inspirational. But ever since then, I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it feels different. We see him on a, just saw him the other day, freaking, you know, dueling it out with Hutch again. Like, dude, get off of Twitter, please. Every time, like, I look just to see the news and all that, like, every now and then. I'm not freaking on it 24/7. Seems like a lot of these guys, like Thunder, Blame Truth, these guys are on Twitter, like, 24/7. Like, dude, how do you even manage that? Like, your brain must be fried. Like, no wonder why this dude screams in all his videos, because he must be literally losing his mind from reading all these tweets and everything, like, all day. And he's freaking arguing with Hutch. That's like arguing with a wall. Like, you're not going to get anywhere. Like, you know better. And stop taking the bait. Because what Hutch said was just utter stupidity about the old Modern Warfare 2. Like, oh, if Modern Warfare 2 came out today, it would get mocked. Like, what? But I can't even get into that. Maybe I'll cover that. I don't even want to give the dude attention, because either he's trolling and he's trying to bait people, which I think was the case, or he also may not be well and he's trying to get attention in some way. So, I don't know. That's going to do it for this one, boys. Thank you for tuning in again. Thank you for sticking by me and, you know, whatever I do, showing all the support, commenting all those kind words in the polls I put out recently. It was really, really cool to see. It felt really good. So, thank you guys. But right now, I honestly can say that I do not care to watch a commentary. I don't. Like, even from Blame Truth, I kind of like, I'll watch it because it's BT, and I'll drop a like and all that, and I'll support him because I love BT, one of my favorite creators. But if it wasn't him, then a lot of the times I find myself like drifting off while I'm listening or watching, because I'm just like so disinterested. I'm basically just watching just to give him an extra view, an extra like or comment and all that, give him an engagement boost. But like, other than that, it's just like, man, it's pretty brutal right now. That's why I've just decided to switch it up, and I'm gonna be doing content on another game that is actually, you know, you can survive on, and it's getting bigger and better. It's probably the biggest game. But yeah, I have a pretty good plan for that. So I'm gonna take over that game. I'll take over Call of Duty, you know, just casually because I feel like it. Yeah, I gotta get some free time, might as well. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for this one. Tis been Juan. How does the outro go again? Man, I forgot. I almost fucking. And of course, subscribe if you're new, like the video, do all that. You already know what to do. And yeah, that's it. I'm done. I promise. I know that was a lot, but I had a lot to cover. It's been a while. It's been about 3 weeks. I am a Tis been Juan.